Down and shut up.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give me peace.
Why so serious?
You take the blonde and I'll take the one in the tailor.
This is Sparta!
I'll have what she's having.
Welcome to another episode of the Screen Squad. I had a stutter all of a sudden. I don't know what happened there. How you doing, guys?
I'm fine.
Tired of waiting. Tired of waiting.
On the panel today, like always, I'm Vinny.
I'm Ozzy.
And Edgar.
Yep. Yeah. Interesting. Nice of you to show up an hour late, Ozzy.
40 minutes, relax.
That's 40 minutes longer than you were when you were supposed to be.
Yeah.
You bastard.
Yeah,
But
no. Well, I was
nonetheless-
ready yesterday. I was ready the day before. So you.
Yeah. Nonetheless, you're here now. We are going to be talking about 2010's The Other Guys.
Which guys?
The other ones. The other guys.
The other guys, not the ones that we're talking about.
Yeah, the other guy movie.
Oh, so the other guys.
Yeah, the other guys.
Gotcha.
Movie that really showed that Mark Wahlberg could be funny.
Not Ted?
No, not Ted. He was funny in Ted, but this one is different. This was different, funny. I don't know why. This one was just different. This is different than Ted. Ted 1, good. Ted 2, not so much. Other guy is really funny. But then this one isn't this one the one that started the Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg movie thing? Because then after this they did like the one
Daddy's
about
Home.
Daddy's Home, yeah, right?
I think
1
so.
and
Yeah.
2.
Both of them, right? They did after the other guys.
And I like them both. So
Which one? The Daddy's Home?
yeah,
Yeah. I like him.
yeah. I don't hate on them. No.
No.
I mean, I think the ending of part 2 was a little like dumb, but whatever.
It's a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas
Yeah.
movie.
But it's got the great Mel Gibson in it.
Yeah.
First of all, John Cena.
Melbourne Gibson.
Oh,
That's not his real name?
I don't know.
He's from Melbourne, Australia. No,
Melbourne?
I think he's from San Diego, California. No,
No, he's Australian.
no, he was born in the States, but he was raised in Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Wow.
He's probably lying 100%.
Look
no,
at you.
no.
Someone should fact check him. Please, anyone who's watching this, fact check him.
He never does
him.
research. He never does
Yeah.
research, and all of a sudden he knows
Pulls it
things.
out of
Hey.
his ass.
Hey, I just know about Mel Gibson because he's awesome.
Yeah. No, but we do have this. It's a really well thought out comedy. It's it's Adam McKay. This is before he did The Big Short, right? It's
Yeah.
Before The Big Short, but you could see kind of hints of where he was going with The Big Short because this is a movie that is technically like it's very smart in regards to Ponzi schemes. And
Right.
in regards to
It was inspired by the Bernie Madoff situation.
yeah, and even if you watch the movie, you like the movie, you think it's funny, it's great, and you stay for the credits, you learn stuff by the end of it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of details.
You have
right
that
there.
timeline about how Ponzi schemes started and how much money executives make, and this is pretty much that a movie like that. Even though it has a mask of being a Will
Comedy.
Ferrell comedy, because it's a typical Will Ferrell movie.
Oh yeah,
Right, it's a Will Ferrell, Adam McKay. Very much, it feels a lot like Anchorman and those movies.
Not really, because in those other ones, he really, I don't like his characters. He's always super silly, but in this, he's not.
He's super silly in this one.
No.
Yeah.
He's like really calm and collected, and only when he starts turning into Gator,
yeah.
then that's it.
It's like when my wife told me she was pregnant, I turned into Gator. Who baby that?
Yeah.
Who did that to you?
But see, and see,
Get this bitch with Jimmy's.
yeah, no, see, but that's the thing about this movie is that it is a comedy. It is very much like those type of comedies, but
Yeah.
it's just smarter. It's for like you can see that it wasn't just meant to be dumb. It was meant to showcase like stuff and be smarter. Like like you still had the Dirty Mike and the Boys jokes. You had those type of jokes.
Those are good.
You have like the whole I'm a peacock. I gotta fly. Mark Wahlberg being funny, like the whole thing with Alan's wife.
Yeah.
Sheila, and that whole thing, and how he doesn't believe how all the women are attracted.
Oh, seriously,
to
who's
Alan.
she? Who's she, huh? No, seriously, who's she?
They really worked well together in this movie. Like
The old ball and chain, the battle
Yeah.
axe.
she
He
looks
lit-
like shit. Or and then Christina, that whole Christine scene.
Ugh.
All that stuff just worked in this movie. It was funny. It was
It's-
funny, and then you see how it was made to be. It's about finance. Essentially, it's about finance. It's about cops, and it's hard to explain because I'm not smart like that. Um, but you have the very beginning of the movie. You have it's about two cops that are never noticed that become the heroes. You have the people who try to shine at the very beginning. You have The Rock and Samuel Jackson, which were cast perfectly in my opinion.
Dude, those are hilarious.
They, from the very beginning of the movie, are hilarious and bring the action, and you kind of miss like the Sam Jackson being able to curse with the F bombs and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Because you kind of want it.
up
Because
your ass and work you like a puppet.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
but it works. It works, and then you have the Rock. They're both just really funny. They end up
Younger Rock too. It's not even like
end up killing themselves. They aim for the bushes. I still, when I watch it, it makes me laugh so hard because there are no bushes anywhere.
Yeah.
and his funny part is, they set it up making it seem like they're gonna survive, and then I don't.
Yeah.
And the
Done.
fact that they're playing "My Hero" by Foo Fighters too, it just that whole scene just works. Like, it's just funny. That's just well done. But the movie is not about the superstars of the police force. It's about these two other guys that are trying to be good cops.
Not the Wayans. Not the Wayans brother.
Not
You
Damon
mean-
Wayans Jr.
or Rob Riggle.
Or Rob Riggle. But you have
No, Rob Riggle's awesome, and
You
most
have-
things he does, he plays the same guy, but he always comes off like really hilarious.
Yeah, you have Will Ferrell's Alan, who is a timid, quiet guy who loves to do paperwork, and then you have
Because he has a dark side. That's why.
and then you have Mark Wahlberg's, what was his character's name?
Crap. Research.
Riggs.
goddamn.
Riggs.
Riggs and Murtaugh. No, Mark Wahlberg's character, who worked all his life to become a detective and ends up shooting Derek Jeter and getting demoted and being put on tape, on desk duty.
Fuck Derek Jeter.
And partnered with Alan. That's pretty much, and Alan, just doing research, he cracks a case. He cracks a case that he, in all rights, should have never been able to crack. All over some permits.
Well, he was literally like, he's like, I got this thing I got right
Scaffolding
here. I got the whole time. Yeah, the whole time. And then they go after it.
Yeah, that leads to just
The dumbest
snowball.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just the way it's done is because you don't expect that from this movie, especially from the get go when you have The Rock and Sam Jackson. I was like, when I first saw this movie, I was thinking it was one of those where they were gonna be the antagonists through the movie. Like, oh, they're not gonna want to take, they don't want anyone to take the shine away from them. But the moment they, like, spoilers, the moment they die, they jump off the roof and die.
It's been 10 years. Fucking relax.
It's 11 years.
Whatever. It's past 10 years.
But still, if people haven't seen it, the moment they die, it's kind of shocking, but funny, the way it's done. But then that leaves room then for Alan and Marky Mark's character. What is his name?
Terry.
Alan and Terry. For Alan and Terry to try to step up. That's the whole thing. Is Terry's thing is he wants to be the next guys. He wants to be those guys. He wants to be the next ones. But he has so much pent up anger and he's just so frustrated. And then Alan is just so quiet, and gullible to the point, like really gullible when they do the what is it, the office pop.
Oh God.
Yeah,
when they convince him
And
that
then-
everyone
and
does an office pop,
he loses his gun.
and
they give him a wooden gun.
yeah,
God, that's fucked up.
they give him a wooden gun, and then then that leads them to, okay, well, the first case that they're gonna do is they just want
No, wait. That's where we meet Michael Keaton, the captain,
There are
and
people.
his
There are
and his
people who shine in this.
constant references.
There are people who shine in this movie, right?
Well,
Yeah.
it just
Really,
go.
and
Well, see, no, see this movie reminded us that, oh yeah, Michael Keaton still exists and he's still awesome, because he, for a while, he wasn't doing anything. He did like these small things here and there, but it's like he didn't want to do
yeah,
much.
like getting was this before Birdman? This is before Birdman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
before Birdman.
But then you remember that he's always been funny because
Yeah, he's
he
awesome.
started out with the comedies.
Yeah,
You
right?
Mr. Mom. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Gung ho.
Multiplicity.
That's it. That's all we got.
That's all. Yeah.
I want to touch my baby.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
No, but you have people
I
in this
mean,
movie.
that's not a comedy.
No, but you have people in the movie who shine so much. Like Michael Keaton's one, for the little amount of time that The Rock and Sam Jackson are in, they shine. But then you see how Mark Wahlberg is funny. Like everyone gets their moment. Even Steve Coogan playing the
Sexy Jesus.
sexy Jesus, playing the what is his, he's just the traitor that loses a lot of money.
Yeah.
and then you have a good bad guy in the guy who played the Punisher after
Ray,
Thomas
you mean
Jane.
Ray Stevenson?
Yeah, Ray
Put some respect
Stevenson.
on that name, bro.
Yeah, my bad. The Punisher.
I didn't
Warzone?
even know his name.
The
Oh
Punisher,
man,
Warzone. He
Put
was
some
also
respect on that.
he was also in the Three
Easy.
Musketeers.
he's also in Thor. Relax.
Yeah, he was also in the Three Musketeers. That one that no one saw.
Which Thor?
He was not. He was one of the Warriors Three.
Yeah,
He's the big the one that eats a lot in the Warriors.
yeah, with the big old red beard and stuff. Was the beard red?
Yeah, Gimli. Gimli from Lord of the
Yeah, it
Rings.
looks like the Gimli character in
Just
Thor.
taller. But he's also a good bad guy. Like even though he's menacing, but not to the point where it's cartoony or anything. He is for sure playing everything serious in the movie because he does none of the jokes. And this movie it's the comedy in it works because they put so much thought into it.
Yeah, people don't really give us this movie like enough credit for being as good as it is.
Yeah, and to take the idea of like not just Ponzi schemes but financial fraud and all this stuff and putting it into a comedy, and an action comedy at that, with
A buddy cop comedy.
yeah with the type of jokes that they have, like the dirt. Again, I always go back to Dirty Mike
Dirty
and the
Mike
Boys
and the Boys.
because to me that comes out of nowhere, and that's just a joke that works in the movie, and it's a through line.
Well, at the time, were you driving the Prius?
I wasn't driving the Prius at the time.
Oh, okay.
For me, it's the little from the beginning of the movie where Will Ferrell comes into contact with women, and that's just like the looks or the little one words that like, why are these women attracted to him? And then
Yeah, like the villain.
towards
like
the end, you
like,
start seeing like what's going on.
Yeah, like the villain one that she like. The
Yeah,
one
yeah.
she calls him Pantera, right?
Just out of nowhere, and it's like, what?
And like how
And then-
women are so attracted to him. Chris, you have his wife. You have Sheila, who
Yeah.
By the end of the movie, you find out like Terry really wants her to be his best man.
Yeah.
Not Alan. It just like you have all these Christinas, you have all the chicks. Yeah. You have that again. That's another one that comes out of nowhere. The Pimps Don't Cry song.
Yeah.
Like the movie is very it's goofy, but it tips it's like right on the line of it being really goofy to the point where it's not funny, where they keep it funny throughout the whole movie. It's still a movie that I rewatch and I'm still laughing at.
Don't go chasing waterfalls, man.
Yeah, like that whole thing, and the fact that the captain has to work 2 jobs.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's
that
actually
it's not,
that's actually a fact of most cops. Most cops and anybody in law enforcement, they usually can't just make it in with what they have.
yeah, they do side jobs.
Yeah.
Oh, you were gonna say something, Edgar?
I forgot.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm old.
No, it's
No, I was gonna say that that's what I like, that it's a funny movie, but it's not overly silly.
yeah.
Where like other Will Ferrell movies, like Anchorman or anything like that, it's not like that, but it's funny.
But that
It's
and-
believable.
Yeah, but that's what I think. That's why I
Hey,
think.
Anchorman is truth, man.
No,
You-
see,
you
but that's
can hate on
what I'm saying, because that was the beginning of the Adam McKay and Will Ferrell movies,
relationship.
right? That's the beginning of the whole Gary Sanchez thing, where they're just making movies together. But I think that's the difference. Is like that one was meant to be really goofy and over the top, versus this one could have been. If this one was, it probably wouldn't. If this one was over the top and too goofy, it wouldn't work. And that's the thing. Like the fact that they fine tuned what the movie is about, because it is a buddy cop comedy, but it's also utilizing the financial crisis and fraud and the thing that sold me completely at the is the credits. I was like, bro, like they really did research to kind of help explain to people who don't know, the whole financial fraud Bernie Madoff, like executives getting paid so much money, like the differences between employees and how the bailouts and all this stuff, it all gets explained to someone who doesn't live in that world and understand it.
Yeah.
And to use that as a jumping off point to make this comedy, that was a smart move.
Oh, when they said that they actually put the policeman's retirement fund into this guy's hands, like, wow, no.
Yeah.
Or was it the lotto?
Yeah, when they thought it was when Alan and Terry, they thought it was the lottery that they were trying to defraud, and it turns out that it's actually the police pension. Like that's 32. Was it 32 million, 32 billion, something like that?
Some shit like that. Yeah.
I know it was a 32 number, but yeah, to know that they were all like gonna get pretty much ripped off by Steve Coogan's character, just so that because what he did, the way it's explained is that he took money from here, and just lost all the money he was taking. So he owed a lot of people. He owed money to everybody.
Oh, yeah. The fact that Madoff is still alive for some reason. Wait, is he alive?
He's in jail, I think, still.
Yeah. Okay, well, the fact that he wasn't murdered at some point.
He has over 100
shocking.
years. Over 100 years in jail, something like that.
He's not dead.
Probably.
I don't. Maybe.
I thought he died.
I
Didn't he?
don't know.
I thought he was still alive.
I don't know.
He's probably alive but dead.
He's dead inside, is what he is.
Probably. No, but no, but the way the bad guys are handled, the way the police are handled, like the police.
He's still alive.
Both the main villain, which is or the fraudster, he's also handled with some sort of in a comedic form, and then the police are definitely handled in a comedic form with just their captain. And I think that really just does make the movie just a lot more fun. The fact that it number one, it doesn't take itself too seriously, right? Because it is a comedy. Two, that it doesn't go over the top with the goofiness. And three is that surprisingly all these characters are written well. That they're all likable, even the Damon Wayans Jr. character, because you want them to lose. Like they're in the movie, but they're not the focal point.
I just remembered the silent fight.
Oh, at the funeral. Sorry for your laugh. Love your hat. And then even the captain comes in and yells at him in a whisper tone.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, it just like the movie. If for those who haven't seen it, if you haven't seen it, you're really doing yourself a disservice, because if you think this is like your typical Will Ferrell movie, it's not. It's a lot different. It's a lot smarter than by all accounts it should have been. If you go back and you think, okay, well, I don't like the movies like Anchorman 2, or any of the other Adam McKay ones prior to this.
Casa de mi padre.
Yeah, especially.
Oh.
Why? Why do you guys hate on it? I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, because
It's because
Hey.
aren't those like Apatow produced?
I don't think so. Well,
No.
actually, I know it's Adam McKay, but I don't know if it's Apatow produced.
It's not.
But
That was one of the first ones with the Gary Sanchez beginning.
yeah, but see, it's just if you
That's
think
such
if
a
you think it's
dumb
gonna be those types of
Hey,
movies,
that
like
movie's
dumb,
awesome.
like dumb and not and like to the point where it's like trying to be too funny and it's not funny. That's the thing about this movie. It is funny and it's not trying too hard.
Yeah.
Like there was a point with some of these Anchorman movies, which I still like the Anchorman movies, but there's points where you could tell that they were trying a little too hard just to be funny. In a lot of these movies, but this one, because it was a different type of movie, you don't feel that they're trying too hard to just hit you over the head with jokes after joke after joke, and it gets
Yeah.
tiring to the point where it's not funny. This one, it's taking their time with certain jokes. I know they reused the whole peacock joke, but that's because that joke works. That's because Terry's character is
Kind of dumb.
yeah. That's the whole
But
point.
but but he's a bit of a savant because he's good at a lot of things that he really shouldn't be good at because
Ballet.
yeah,
exactly. Like
Travis,
I
the
learned
fact
how
that
to
he
do this
loves
because I did it so I can make fun of this guy that
Yeah.
yeah. I mean I can't repeat what he says because
yeah, but it's like you have that, and then you have the fact that he's really good at traffic, being a traffic cop. Like like he there's no rhyme or reason as to why these characters are really as good as they are, but they are. They're enjoyable characters to watch. I if I would never want to watch a sequel because I think that if you would make a sequel, it would kind of ruin these characters.
I mean you have to pick a different subject and there's not something that would be as funny.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. Like it has to still be, it has to still work. And I think because you have this one working so well, if you come in and you try to bring in another story and bring these characters, now you're gonna try too hard to try to live up to what this one is. And that's why I think certain times sequels shouldn't be made on certain movies. Like this one wouldn't even need a sequel because it just works. And if you do it, you might just push it over the top and it not.
Well,
work.
another reason that it works is because it made light of itself. Bernie Madoff like ripped off a bunch of people from like Hollywood, and it was a big financial guy for a lot of Hollywood people like Spielberg and yeah he got his hands on a lot of money he really should not have gotten hands on. So it's like Hollywood making fun of itself and its situation with the finances.
I hope
He knows a lot about Bernie Madoff, but never anything about we talk about movies.
That's what I'm saying. I hope what he's saying is true, and he's just not talking out of his ass.
No, literally, it's one of those things that just kind of was it was that's why I was kind of like, what the fuck? He did who?
But
He did.
but seriously, but back onto this, like the other guys. If you haven't seen it or chose to skip out on it because it was because you thought it was a typical Will Ferrell comedy, it's not a typical Will Ferrell comedy. It is a Will Ferrell comedy, but he like you said, Edgar, he is more subdued in this one. He is still goofy at times, but it's very much subdued. The jokes in here, all like even on rewatches, still hit. The jokes are well written enough to still be funny and work. And I don't know if have you guys seen any of the deleted scenes?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've seen this.
Like
Yeah.
the whole fact that actually Derek Jeter was an undercover cop.
Oh, that part, yeah.
Yeah, they have that they had that whole story that I think was gonna lead to a sequel. And he's still there at the very end of the movie. He's still right in front of the restaurant after Nathan's Hot Dogs. After they get their hot dog at the very end, Derek Jeter is still standing outside, but they just don't use his.
Where is that? I feel like
Well, the movie takes place in New York, so I'm
yeah, no, but
assuming
where?
it's
It's a
some sort of
specific place in New
boardwalk.
York.
Not Boston?
No, it's in New York. Yeah, no, right? You thought Mark Wahlberg to be a Boston
Because I think the backdrop looks like Boston. It doesn't
No,
look
because
like.
didn't they have the financial center at Central Park where they have that Columbus thing?
Oh, that's right. Because they have
That's
the
where
bull.
the office is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But
I don't know.
Whatever.
Oh, and now you have an accent, Dick. Yeah, whatever. Don't marry me.
Whatever.
Oh, that just reminds me. When you guys said Boston, I went to go see that movie, The Unholy, and
Is it a holy, unholy piece of trash?
Carrie. It's not good, but Carrie Elwes
Yeah.
he plays a priest with a Boston accent, and
Oh,
it's
nice.
super takes you out of the movie. Like when you're watching the movie, all of a sudden you hear like his Boston accent, and it's super thick.
Did he
I
say
didn't know he
it's
was still
Not
making movies.
Not Departed thick, but still thick.
not Matt Damon thick?
No, no,
Oh no, wait,
not Goodwill
not
Hunting
Mark,
thick.
not Mark Wahlberg thick in The Departed.
Well, Mark Wahlberg
Yeah.
just
He just talks.
yeah, he just talks normally. That's his normal.
Yeah. Hey, wasn't he from Texas in the Transformers movie?
Yeah. Texas by way of Boston, Massachusetts. No, but back onto like yeah, it does take place in New York because there are a lot of New York scenes. And then again the final act. There's a lot of action in it. There's that whole car chase scene, and again this is all still well done. Like the production they did a good job with the production of the action scenes and the fact when they finally give Alan his gun back. It's like he finally they finally have him shooting a gun at least.
See, I thought he was gonna have one of those red what's his name? The dude from Die Hard, Reginald Vale Johnson, his character. Yeah, he hadn't shot anyone in a long time since he shot the kid.
Carl Winslow.
I thought he was gonna have one of those moments where like it's a zoom, like you hear a bullet shot, saves him, and all of a sudden you see like the close up of him like with the gun, scared.
And they give Will Ferrell kind of like a sex scene. It's weird.
Oh,
Like
him
with,
and
with his wife.
and-
him
and
and
the
the
old lady.
Menendez.
yeah.
With the grandma.
When they would send when they would send them back and forth with messages, she's all
Yeah.
grossed out.
Yeah, that's and again that's other reasons why that the movie works.
There's
know what?
more stuff that they said because if you watch the bloopers,
Mm-hmm.
there's stuff on that didn't make the movie.
Yeah, but
Even Mendes is not getting enough credit for how good she is in this movie.
well after
Like-
but
Like
see,
she's pretty damn funny. I mean,
she is funny. She is funny.
She can work in comedies.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like wasn't she in Ghost Rider? That shit was hilariously bad.
The first one, yeah, she was in Ghost Rider.
Hitch.
She was in Hitch.
Hey, you leave Hitch alone.
That movie's good. We're talking about Hitch. I like Hitch. I like Hitch.
Yeah, I heard
It's one
I
of
heard
the
that
few
tone in your throat,
it's one
in
of
your
the-
voice.
it's one of
Kind of
the-
like
It's one of the few Kevin James movies that I can stop.
I'm not a fan of that movie.
Like it's one of the few Kevin James movies that I can watch. That and Here Comes the Boom. That's another good
that's a
one.
good movie. Yeah. What about that zoo
No,
movie, The Zookeeper?
No, no,
No, you don't like Paul Blart?
no,
Paul Blart 2?
no,
Electric Boogaloo?
no, no, none of the Paul. Everyone tells me I should watch King of Queens, but it's Kevin James, and I don't know.
If you've seen any comedy from the 90s, you've seen King of Queens. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Have you seen Everybody Loves Raymond?
No.
It's not as good. But
Stiller
still-
is good in that.
And which one?
In
King of
the
Queens?
King of Queens, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
but
good in that.
but he plays the same guy in everything.
Yeah, but he's still funny.
Yeah. This I mean, if it works, right? But still at the same time it's like, come on, I've seen you in everything doing the same
And then,
same angry man.
And then what's her name?
Leah Remini?
Yeah, Leah Remini. She's good in that
Scientology?
too.
Oh yeah, but she's awesome in most things. Like she does the same
Stacey
wife thing.
Carosi. Stacey Carosi.
Yeah. Carosi.
Pumbaa's daughter.
Yeah.
Carosi.
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell. Come on.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Malibu Sands, bro. Malibu Sands. But again, I'll go back to say that if you have yet to see the other guys, if you have not seen it, I highly recommend watching it. And
It's a watch. You won't
It is
hate
definitely, and it's
It's a
funny.
funny movie.
It's a funny
It
movie.
is.
It's a well
funny
done
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
Characters are all well done. It's a strong movie, and I think now they're giving it a lot on stars, still. It still replays. If you can find it on streaming, definitely watch it on streaming. If not, I mean,
It's not available right now
It's
on streaming.
available rental through whatever streaming platform you
Yeah.
have.
It's like what, $2.99 on Vudu if you want to buy it.
It's a great movie. I'm not a fan of Will Ferrell, but I can watch this movie and enjoy it.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, for those who aren't fans of Will Ferrell and think this is your typical Will Ferrell movie, it isn't.
It isn't and it is. It
Yeah.
isn't and it is. It's like
No, it's not.
they
It's not typical.
they don't give you still give you the same kind of Ferrell funny, but it's like they don't like overdo it because they want to let everybody else shine too.
Mhm.
So you don't get like oversaturated with Ferrell.
That's why those daddy's home movies work too, because he's subdued in those too.
Yeah, because you have other people in that movie too. Like you have Mark Wahlberg's situation.
Yeah.
I mean, the silliest that those movies got was in the first one when he rode the motorcycle. That was like the dumbest part of the whole movie.
And the second one when he's with his dad.
He's making out with his dad.
When he kisses dad. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Huh?
All right, cool. All right. Well, on that note, guys, definitely check out the other guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.
You should like and subscribe to us, not the other guys.
Yeah. Like and subscribe our channel. This one. Description in the links are in the description. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter.
Ladder.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And like always, this has been Vinny.
This is Ozzy.
And Edgar.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
See you around, kid. Bye, Felicia. He's looking at you, kid. In case I don't see you. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.